end that way. So for me, I was able to. The most important thing for us was to know that Christian was okay. Um, it was great to see him. He came by the camp when he came out of hospital, and that helped a lot of the guys. I think just to see and to erase the last image we had of him on the pitch. So to see him in real life and to see that he was okay was really important.
What was that moment like when Christian came into the room? Did he walk into the room?
He came to training, so we were out on the pitch. Yeah, it was a great moment. It was nice to see him. I was lucky enough to be able to visit him in the hospital and to see him there. But a lot of the boys, that was the first time for them seeing him. So naturally, training stopped straight away, and everyone went over to him.
I bet it was difficult to know what to do. On the one hand, everybody would have wanted to give him a big bear hug, but I suppose equally, not want to hurt him.
Yeah, I think a couple of the guys maybe hugged him quite hard, but yeah, like I say, it was just really nice to see him, healthy and in good spirits.
What's the balance been like? Trying to move on and draw a line, but then actually using it as motivation. I can imagine that's been quite tough from an emotional perspective.
We were very, very motivated going into this tournament because of the circumstances. A small country like ourselves being able to host 3 group games is unheard of. So we were highly motivated beforehand, but obviously to have what happened so early in the tournament for us, all that kind of went out the window, and it became about so much more. It became about the human side. It became about the team and the country, living through a quite traumatic experience, and basically everybody getting together and supporting one another. So the motivation was always there, and now there's just added motivation.
Of course, it's not just your emotions. Yes, you're from a footballing family, but you're a footballer, you're a husband, you're a father. I can imagine the conversations with your family weren't the easiest.
No, without a doubt. I mean, what happened to Christian, it could have been anybody, and of course that plays on not just your own mind but your family's minds, and all our families were there for the game, and there was definitely a feeling that it could have been anybody, and I think that's why the players and the staff reacted the way they did, because that's what we would have wanted if it was ourselves.
How much have you drawn on the tragedy that you were so part of around Leicester City?
Yeah, obviously that was something that came into my mind, a tragic situation, and that probably allowed me the opportunity to be probably more grateful than anything that this didn't end that way. So for me, I was able to speak to Christian and to see him. That made me feel a lot more comfortable, knowing that he was still here and he was alive and he was well. So definitely that experience was something that came to me in all this, and the joy of it not ending the same way.
And we know that Denmark are a team that in the past have won this tournament against the odds. How much of a discussion has there been about the spirit of 1992 and just maybe?
Absolutely none at all. Biggest mistake you can make is to get ahead of yourself. We've seen life throws curveballs at you. Anything can happen in any given situation. Football is so unpredictable. Our only focus is Wales. We aren't looking anywhere beyond that, because if we do and we lose focus on Wales, then they'll beat us, because they're a very good side.